Hey guys, this is Virginia, and I know I've been posting up videos about personal beliefs, what I believe, stuff like that, and this is no exception. About 2 or 3 weeks ago, I posted up a 15-minute video on bullying, and about 2 months ago or so, I don't even remember, I posted up a video on why I say I love you. But this video is mainly directed to teenagers. Although it doesn't necessarily only have to apply to teenagers, because it's not only them who are at fault here. It's basically a response to one song that I just recently heard called Young, Wild, and Free by Snoop Dogg, Wiz Khalifa, and Bruno Mars. And I want to say how disgusting that song is. This is why I think it's disgusting. It's nurturing the idea that I'm young, so F it perspective. But in reality, teenagers should not be thinking like that. Now, I'm 14. I've said that in the last video, and I said I've already come out of the closet with my age, so I might as well just say it. It doesn't matter, really. But I'm 14, and you're probably thinking, well, why is she talking about this? She should be thinking like that, too. But I don't think that teenagers should be thinking that I'm young, so it doesn't matter what I do, because I'm young. It doesn't make sense why you would think that. I mean, some people think, and I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to judge anyone who does things at all. Because I don't like to judge. I'm like, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being very judgmental, 1 being the least judgmental, and 10 being very judgmental, I'm probably like a 2. Because I've heard so many things in my life from people that I love, from people that I don't, from people that I don't really know, but people feel like they can trust me, and they have told me so many things that I don't even have the right to judge, because I have heard so much from people that there's no reason to judge, because a lot of the stuff I tell people when they feel uncomfortable telling me something, and they really want to tell me, I say, well, you think about it like this. I've heard so many things in my life, I can guarantee you, I've heard better and I've heard worse than what you're going to tell me. And usually it's true. There has been no one secret that is worse than the other. And I'm not getting onto that, but this is the video. This is what I'm going to be talking about. Teenagers should not be thinking that I'm young, so it doesn't matter what I do. Teenagers should not be thinking that. Because when you're a teenager, you're discovering who you are, what you're going to be like as an adult, what you want to believe in, your values, your morals, all of that. That's what you should be deciding when you're a teenager. Really, from the ages of 10 to 17, you're getting from the ages of like 10 to 15, you're getting the foundation. And then like 16 on and into your adulthood life, you're actually applying that. You should be deciding you should really be getting everything you want to be in your teenager years. Because that's when you're supposed to decide who you are, what you want to be like. Do I want to be this? Do I want to be that? Do I want to act like this? Does this intrigue me? Does it not? That's what you should be deciding when you're a teenager. And I'm just going to say this. My values include no sex before marriage, and I know anyone watching this video is going to be thinking, well, she's getting pregnant. Because I've heard it so many times. When I tell people that I don't want to have sex before marriage, they are so skeptical. They're just like, well, I know you're getting pregnant. And I understand why people say that, because a lot of people who say that end up pregnant at like 16. But the thing is, I just don't feel like it's for me, just having sex to have sex. I mean, I'm not completely throwing it out the window, but I'm not like condemning sex before marriage either, because I'm not here to judge. Because it's just not something for me. No sex before marriage, don't do drugs, don't smoke, and don't drink. And honestly, I'm not even dating, and I'm not interested in dating yet. It's very strange, and I'm 14, and it sounds weird, but I just don't feel like I should be getting involved in any of that. Now, I'm not here to tell you what you should believe, but That's just what I believe. And this is why I'm going to be talking about this. In the song, they're talking about, so what if I get high? So what if I get drunk, pretty much. You want to know what? Alcohol is a depressant, and drugs are stimulants, mainly. And they all impair you from seeing what life is. And if you're drunk and high all the time, you won't be able to tell who you are. And when you're a teenager, as I've said, you're supposed to be finding out who you are and what you want to be like, what your values are. And being drunk and high all the time impede you from doing that. And I think that's a tragedy for teenagers. Because teenagers have to know who they are going into their adulthood. And when I see, kids that I know drinking, doing drugs, having sex, all of that, it upsets me because I know that they're probably not happy with what they're doing. I mean, I'm not saying that they aren't, but they're probably not happy with what they're doing, and they probably don't realize what it's doing to them. I just have this concern for people. I don't like when people do stuff that could potentially harm them, and having a lot of sex can lead to bullying, like being called a slut or a man whore or something. And I don't want to see people being bullied. I've already said that in the bullying thing. And it could also open you up to STDs and STIs and all that great stuff. And I don't like to see people suffering either. I'm being totally honest here. I'm sorry if I sound weird, but and smoking is gonna increase the deterioration of your health. And that's not good, because you're so young and you shouldn't be doing that to your body, damaging and disrespecting your body, because it's just, you only have one of them. That's what you were given. You're not going to get another one. And plastic surgery doesn't help with your lungs, with any of the other stuff, with drugs. It doesn't help with what it does to your body. You can get plastic surgery as much as you want, but it's not going to help you. It's not going to help your health. That's all I'm saying. And sex is just having a lot of sex when you're young is just are you really willing to give yourself body and soul to someone that you barely even know? I mean, I'm not saying if you're dating someone for a year or whatever. I'm not saying that if you're dating someone and you feel like it's right and it's okay and you're really in love with them, you shouldn't do it. If you really feel like it's the right time for you to have sex, go ahead. I mean, I wouldn't really have sex in a relationship because it can always end, and I think giving myself to someone body and soul is a big step. But whenever you feel like having sex is the right choice, that's when you should do it. But I don't think that kids should be doing that. It's just a little upsetting to me that some kids just go into it thinking, oh, nothing can happen. But you don't, because when you're with someone, you're with the rest of their sexual history. And you could be in danger of getting a disease. So that's all I'm saying. But when you're young, when you're a teenager, you're supposed to be trying to find yourself. Do I want to drink? And if you have the addictive gene, do I want to be an addict? If you do do I want to do drugs? And if you have the addictive gene, do I want to be an addict? Smoke. Do I want to smoke? Can I become dependent on nicotine? Sorry. And sex. Some people say that there's you're addicted to sex. I don't know really if that's, it's possible, but it's just do you want to are you ready to have the responsibility and everything else that comes with sex? That's all I'm saying. Just think. This is why I'm saying the video. This is why I'm making the video. I just want teenagers especially and everyone else, really. I just want people to think before they choose what they want to do with their life. I want people to think before they make a decision. Because saying, I'm young, F it, I'm young, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I do. I'm gonna grow up anyway. Won't help you when you're sick. Won't help you when you're grown up and you don't know what to do. Just think before you do something, before you act. Make sure that this is the right choice for you, and not that you're following everyone else. Because when you follow someone else, you're not discovering who you are, you're discovering who they are. And you have to find who you are, not who anyone else is. It doesn't matter who other people are. Most people that I know think I'm crazy because I don't want to date yet, because I don't want to have sex yet, because I don't want to do drugs, smoke, or drink alcohol. People think I'm crazy. But you want to know what? I'm happy with my choices. And I'm happy with my decisions, with my values. And the only thing you have to be happy with is who you are and what you've decided and what your values are. No one else has to be happy with what you've decided. What you feel is right for yourself. You're the only one that has to be happy with what you chose. That's all I'm saying. Just think. Don't do stuff that could hurt you. That's all I'm saying. And I'm sorry this video went on so long, but thank you for watching, and peace.